return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So South Carolina's offense will take the field first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Back to pass, it's Sellers. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Wide receiver going in motion. He's looking to throw. Setting up the screen. Turning it on! Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Fight that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Got a little space. Turning on the Jets. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. And the Gamecocks are on the move. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the back. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But, yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises. And I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to...
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, South Carolina.
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive, and it came. What a beautiful touchdown.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. He marched 78 yards down the field, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Razorbacks offense will go to work for the first time. It will be a priority to get the passing game up and going, something they really didn't do with one of their biggest weapons last week, David.
Yeah, and last week he just wasn't a big part of the game plan. And I would expect if you want to get explosive plays going and you want to get this offense in a good spot, Jesse, you're going to find this guy on the outside. He can turn matchups into nightmares for the defenses. I think he'll be used early and often this week.
Yes, if I'm the quarterback, I want to get him going early, right? And maybe I'm calling some easy throws, some hitch routes, some slants. Just get him touches, get the juju going, get the focus and the rhythm locked in early in this one to make him a bigger part of our game plan today.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, he can scramble, and can get first downs.
The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Well, that was a dart right there. He's going to give Arkansas a chance because in the old days in the SEC, you had to run the football if you were going to win championships. Today, you better be able to get it done through the air. When you think of all the great play callers in this league and all of the Heisman Trophy winners this league has seen at the QB position in recent years, you better be able to do it throwing the ball. This guy, I think, gives Arkansas a chance with his arm.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. The Razorbacks will snap it on 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. Dropping back, it's Green. Here comes the heat. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. On the move, he fires. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Bring in the heat. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. The field goal is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter.
That's good. So you're feeling better about everything.
So 1st down here as they go back to work. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. That's caught. It's Harvard. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. The Gamecocks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. And the Gamecocks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll move the tight end. To the ground to try to move the chains. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the 1st down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
To the air, it's Sellers. Got his man in the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Smith. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. The Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain. No first down.
Wants to throw again. Unloads to the wideout. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Touchdown, Gamecocks. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Give to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Razorbacks moving quickly to the line. Off play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Moves away as he feels pressure. He's open on the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. Scanning the field, it's Green. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He throws one to the left. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. The Big Ten schedule sort of ate these guys up last year. They're looking for a better performance this time around.
Yeah, and it eats a lot of people up, obviously being such a tough conference. But if you look at the way you start the season, a lot of times, man, that's when you build your momentum. That's when you build your confidence. If you can hang around, be competitive, sometimes the way you start, Palmer, it just lays out the rest of the season for you.
And they know they've just got to be a lot more physical this year. That schedule did beat them up last year, but take a look at this year's schedule. A lot of those same teams, they're right there again. They're going to get another crack at them. They've got to be better in the trenches this season if they want to win a Big Ten championship.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. The sure hands, it's Brown. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Gets it to him on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. So now on comes the field goal unit. It's good.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Bennett. And the returner goes down. His drive will open from the 15. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. The throw. The short hands, it's Jacobs.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Snags it down the right side. Open spaces. Touchdown, South Carolina. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, and you stick the quarterback, and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Takes a hit as he fires. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Going to take a shot. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far from there in Columbia. And the undisputed star of the half has been that lockdown corner. The coaches told us how good he was, but I almost think they undersold how impactful he would be. Ultra physical with zero hesitation. And with hands like that, I wonder if they don't think about using him in the passing game at some point. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Williams-Brice.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Gamecocks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They're dealing with a second and long. Right on target this time. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football that are starting to get maximized and used a lot more than they were in the past.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off play action on first down. And the defense, got him at the 27.
Those play action passes take a little bit longer to develop, right? Because you still have the fake, and then the quarterback turns his back to the defense, has to reset. You got to protect him a little bit better than that, or the fake's got to be a lot better.
Dropping back, it's Sellers. Gets it out fast. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's third and long. He wants to throw it. They've got the screen set up. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Looking to throw on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Hill. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? On fourth down, they'll pass for it. He's got it in more than enough for a first down. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. And the Razorbacks with the 1st and 10. Under fire. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Getting aggressive here and going for two.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the
pick off to stop the threat.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a two-point conversion. The interception was just gravy.
Seriously, was that a play? Still down big here in the third quarter, but if you can recover this onside kick, you might get back in the game. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting.
All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Caught in the backfield. It's Smith. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Old Dominion is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 4 over Kent State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's going for a big play downfield. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. Makes the quick grab. Caught, and he's close to the first down on the nice pickup there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming.
Oh, out of space. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the first.
And it's so hard. My room for error is so small when I'm a defensive line. Like, I got to get off the ball as fast as I can and try to get some form of penetration. Just stop that ball from going north-south. They don't do it there, and they give up the first down.
The fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Looking to pass, it's Nolan. Hauls it in. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Clark. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. Motion from the back. Snap to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He'll ride his man on the option. Quick toss. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? And the Gamecocks pounded the rock to move the sticks now back to work. They'll run the option. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Out of the shotgun on third down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. He's already put 3 on the board. Earlier this time, a 38-yard try. Splits the uprights. Good. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Dances away to buy time. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. Makes a grab for a big play. They make the stop, but a big pickup thanks to the big arm from this senior quarterback. They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets him up. First and 10 from the 36. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Wonder if they'll be conservative on first and 10. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and the defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on third and 10. Right down the middle. He caught it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The Razorbacks, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. The offense changing the play. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run play action. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A fourth quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And he takes it in the end zone for a touchdown, a little window dressing here at the end of the game. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game. Take the W into the locker room.
Back to throw. It's Nolan. Fires to the big fella. It's a running room. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Offside, defense.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Quarterback will take a knee. The defense can stop it one more time, but we are close to being all she wrote. 3 consecutive L's, a hat trick of losses, and as a result, you can take their hat out of the ring for most of their goals.
Yep, most of their goals are done. And listen, I don't know what they do really well. This is bad. 3 losses in a row. It's not good. They got to figure something out, but it's a long season still. There's still a lot of room to find some positives, Jesse. Maybe throughout the way, there's going to be something happens that's positive.
So you're saying there's a chance. I like it. Always positive. Glass half full, Dave. Listen, I don't think they can fix everything in one week. I think this team needs to go back to the drawing board. They need to focus